Like
essentially, he's Junkrat.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he is.
I give it a 10. Yeah.
Okay. Hey yo.
What was that?
I was leaning up against you. You didn't see it? What's up, guys? Welcome to Easy Clap episode 16. My name is Jonah, Twizz. Beside me, as always, is Sean and Soapy. And look, there's a new face on the podcast. This is our first official in-person guest on the Easy Clap podcast. Now that we've blown up, we got all the big names on that podcast. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. I'm Ansley Partosa. I'm the chair of the Greater Gaming Society of San Antonio. And I believe you wanted to say my very cringe gamer tag.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I already forgot it. It's something like
Angelic song.
XX Love Song or something, right?
No!
Because listen, I'm Twizz and he's Soapy, so you got to give us your cringe gamer name.
It's Angelic Song X, and I made it when I was 13, and I stand by
Nope.
the fact that I'm not creative enough.
Now listen, guys, we talked to her before this podcast started, and she said,
She made it a few weeks ago.
She literally just made that name, so that's
You know what? I'm proud to say I made Soapy at only a few years ago, and I looked at that and I typed it in and I was like, yeah, you know what? That's good.
Okay.
It's so good that it made it my Twitch name too.
So this episode's gonna be a little different. We're actually gonna, do a little bit of an interview here. We're gonna promote a tournament that's happening here local in San Antonio because, we do everything for the city, huh? The 210. I've never said that once in my life. Literally never once have I said that in my life.
I don't know who says that.
Yeah.
That's the countdown city,
yeah,
baby.
That's true. Honestly, I don't even like San Antonio that much. But okay, listen. To be fair, I was not born here, okay? I was born in Arizona.
What town in Arizona?
But who raised you? San Antonio did.
The streets.
You from the streets?
Okay. So usually before we get into this interview, we usually talk about like what we did this week and what we did gaming wise and stuff like that, what we've been working on. So Soapy, you start.
Oh man, put it on the spot. Of course, everyone knows we've been playing Overwatch, of course.
That's true.
Playing some playing some off tank. That's some main tank, maybe in quick play, and that makes me want to quit. No, that makes me want to quit the game. But actually, the new update that came out that made Reinhardt Shattered do like 350 base damage with the hammer. Let me tell you, other Reinhardts do not stand a chance. Do not. If you see me queuing in a lobby, you better dodge. You just better dodge because, I'm gonna die a lot, but not by you. I promise you that.
Damn.
I did go up another 100 SR. I think I'm at 3123. 3123, I think so. So
sick.
Still out of the medal ranks. So if you're still in the medal ranks, I don't know, get your weight up. That's pretty much it for me.
Neat. Ansley, what's gaming like for you on a weekly basis? Or like you could watch games, stuff like that if you don't play a lot.
Let's see. I watch streamers mostly. I don't know. I'm kind of boring nowadays because I work 40 hours a week. But I got really into Just Dance. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Just Dance 2022 is a banger, and I will die on this hill.
2000s gamer, dude. We're buying that game.
She actually said towards the end of the podcast she's gonna do a song for us.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
And you will also join.
Oh,
okay. Wait. Never mind.
Listen,
We'll scratch that out.
They have KDA dances. It's so good.
Yeah, I know what that is for sure. I actually don't know what KDA is.
Oh, sorry. It's a League of Legends girl group.
Oh yeah. They do the song for the champs at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is
that's
all
true.
news to me.
Well, whatever. I liked it because it's similar to K-pop, kind of. So.
I heard it does have K-pop on it.
Yeah, they have Blackpink. They have Twice.
Oh, okay.
They
I do know both of
a
those.
song that's really complicated called Joppin'. I don't know. It's by a guy group.
Hey, I'm gonna go see Twice. Yeah.
Ow, what? Oh my god.
That's right. I get some pretty close tickets too. Well, for me,
okay,
now this is a throw. That was a flex. I know. This is a throwback. I dusted off the good old Xbox. Our producer will like this one. I conned my way into getting my old gamer tag from like when I was in middle school. I called support and I was like, I promise this is me, but it really was me. But
with a name like that, I don't think they doubted you.
So I hacked my way into my old email, got my old Xbox name just because I could, played some old Modern Warfare 2.
You're leaving out. You have to tell people what that name is.
X Tennis Swag X.
That's right, baby.
That's right.
Good old tennis swag. And guess who hadn't been online for what, 3,000 plus days?
3,000 days
Your
it was
boy.
since I last got online.
Xbox 360
so
Swagosynthesis.
Dude, I told him that
probably dropped the nuke and never got online again.
I told him, isn't it so sad that one day you literally put down the game or whatever game it was, and like that was the last time you ever played the game, but like you never knew that was your last time you're gonna play the game.
Well, then I bought a PS4, so it became cultured.
That's true. Oh, also I replayed Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, which that is a throwback. I feel like a lot of people
I
know
sat in
that
the
game.
main menu waiting for him to join after he said he was online, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Dude, I'm playing this Ty the Tasmanian Tiger." And I was like, "What is that?"
Okay, he's from Tasmania in Australia,
wow. No
and he's a tiger. And he's like,
just like the title implies.
Yeah, and
I would have never guessed.
The whole game, there's Australian people talking to you, but he just does quips the whole time, like you're spamming voice lines.
Or throw a 10 down the Bobby.
I don't know if this is racist or not.
What? That's just how they talk.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. Okay, whatever. He's like, "Oi, Ripper!" Like, and he's
yeah,
like
essentially he's Junkrat.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he is.
I give it a 10. Yeah.
Okay, so that's all.
That was good.
Yeah. Okay, so that's usually how our podcast starts. So we can get into
welcome.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a warm welcome. So we can get into the meat and potatoes of this. What is this? A podcast?
For all the vegetarians out there, the soy and the potatoes.
Yeah. So I guess I'll start it. I guess I don't know. So you're here to promote a tournament that I don't want to get this wrong. What is your official role for the tournament? First off, it's called the Royal Brawl here in San Antonio. I can actually, I've got a cheat card, guys. It's going to be taking place on the 22nd at Walsham Family YMCA. I hear they're a sponsor too, right?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So technically they're like sponsoring, partnering, because what is happening is YMCA recognizes that kids like games. It's not a fad. It's going to be
True.
here. And they want to provide a safe space for these kids to play games. Because, I mean, like, sports, esports, pretty similar, So...
Oh, yes. They
So
are
like,
very
what's your
similar.
so then what is like your official role in regards to like this tournament and maybe like more than just this tournament? You know what I mean? Like outside of it.
I think it's not TO, because TO is the one that's calling bracket, right?
Yeah.
Like...
But officially, like, it's kind of the same though. Like, you're kind of like organizing the whole event.
Yeah. I'm pretty much the one organizing the event with a few of my friends, but I'm like doing most of the like marketing, the businessy deals and whatnot.
We got the head honcho on the podcast.
That's true,
guys.
we did. So, like, I guess I'll ask the first question. Like, how do you get into a role like that? Maybe not necessarily just for Smash, but just like in general, like how you got to where you're at.
Like in esports specifically?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a loaded question. It's just
Well, like you can't be wrong because no one knows the real answer. So you could
first
lie
off, you
to
have
us
to
if
be
you
good at
wanted.
video games, obviously.
That's true. You could lie to us. If you want,
yes,
okay.
I'm better than anyone in San Antonio in Smash.
Oh shit!
Please, none of my friends play me. No.
That's
yeah,
true.
I was like, that was loaded. She directed that at someone.
Okay, but
All
actually,
my
like,
friends are really good. Like when I travel with them, I'm like, woo, guys.
as you cheer them on while they play. Oh,
They're all
gosh.
on stage. They're really good. But yeah, so the way I got into this role of organizing things and I guess even being in charge of the Greater Gaming Society is I'm very optimistic. I won't shut up. And if I want to do something, I'm like, we could totally do this. Why don't we just get this event together? That's how I was with San Antonio having a regional, because Austin will have a regional, Dallas will have a regional.
Yeah.
Everyone in Texas will have a regional. I'm like, where is San Antonio? Wake up. So then I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. Because when PAX South died,
Dude, sad. I know.
I was so sad. That's when the Greater Gaming Society got created. So then I was like, well, everyone feels like they're giving up, but we could just do our own thing. So this is kind of step one of us doing our own thing.
Were you like a part of the like origin of the Greater Gaming of San Antonio? Were like were you part of like the main core group, or was it something that like you applied for, or they like asked you to join, or?
Well, they started with a different core group. I wasn't there because I was like in high school or something, whatever.
Oh, true. That was like a couple years ago.
Yeah, it was started by other people, and then eventually I joined the organization. It was like a Facebook group. We started as a Facebook group,
Dang.
and then we started as game developers, wanting to see who the talent in San Antonio was, because there are indie game developers here.
Yeah.
And then we expanded, and we're like, well, gamers support game developers, and we should be inclusive. And then it just blew up to more of like gaming, game dev. So
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel
Usually,
like
I start off pretty optimistic and then everything like that. And I'm like, we can do this. And then my off tank picks Hog.
Okay.
And we lose.
It always comes back
SR.
to Overwatch. Somehow, this always comes back to Overwatch. So I kind of want to get more into like the greater gaming of San Antonio, because I feel like you're totally right that like there's not a lot that happens here for not necessarily just esports, but video games in general, especially with like a huge convention like PAX South. Like kind of, I don't know if they went under. I don't remember their official reasoning for like disbanding, but it's kind of like the least popular PAX anyways. But like,
but I think it's awesome that the YMCA is like, you know what? Kids need video games. Mom, I told you.
It's not a phase, Mom.
It's not a phase, Mom. It's a lifestyle.
Anyway, so outside of like this tournament though, like what else do like as a group, like what do you guys do within the community, I guess, to like help promote like video games or esports or tournaments or just playing games, I guess? You know,
do y'all do anything like at the collegiate level? Because I know there's a few colleges here like St. Mary's and UTSA that have like college teams.
Well, I haven't run a collegiate one yet, but I do know like the St. Mary's college coach. She's really cool, and we've been on panels together. So everyone's really like working together in San Antonio with esports, because we're a small group. We got to support each other. And I think that, well, with the Greater Gaming Society, we have meetups usually for game development or helping people. Like if you want to work on something but you need someone to hang out with, we'll have a meetup for that. And we'll have a social hour, which is where we socialize and stuff. But other than that, this is our biggest event that arguably one of our biggest events, the biggest event we've ever thrown. And this is where it comes in with me being optimistic and being like, we could just do this, right? The first PAX South party I threw, I can't remember what year it was anymore. I think I said, I don't know. Anyway, the first PAX South party I threw, it was me and my friends. It was like 30 people on Eventbrite. And we were like, all right, cool. We'll just get some sandwiches from Sam's and Costco, call it a day. We got some sodas. I got a lot of beer from Freetail. Thanks, Freetail, for being cool. And then 300 people showed up because they heard about it online.
Dang, that's crazy.
How many people do you expect to be at this Royal Brawl?
Well, I really hope to cap it. So San Antonio, please sign up. And anyone else in Texas, please sign up.
Of course, yeah.
Well, you may have two, what do we call it, guppy brackets right here?
Yeah. Well,
can we explain what a guppy bracket is for people listening?
Yes. So guppy bracket, I don't know why people call it that. That's what people in the scene have called it. I'm like, are you guys sure that's what people call it? Oh, yeah.
It's like literally you could just call it the like beginners thing. Like,
that's
you know what I mean?
Like,
they just want to show you how much lower you are versus them. They're like, hey, I'm a shark.
Is beginner, is the guppy, like, which is more demeaning? I didn't know what to go with because I didn't want people being like, oh, little Timmy's gonna get beaten up by me or whatever.
Yeah, well, you can't.
I'm a guppy and I'm proud.
That's true, but you can't call it like the baby bracket because then it makes you think that you can only play like baby characters.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, you
like
kind of have to like.
But then my Pichu would be so good.
That's true, but then you would run into like, what if they made a baby King K. Rool? I'd be in business.
Baby. Now, are ice climbers checked? How old are ice climbers? Put in the comment section. How old do you think ice climbers? I think they're kind of young.
No, we don't like ice climbers on this podcast.
Well, Diddy Kong then.
Does
Diddy Kong count?
Thank you. So going to the Royal Brawl, I guess. What made you decide? First off, the name, because actually the name's kind of a banger name.
Thanks.
But also like how long was this process? Like how long did it take to come about? You know, what were some of the difficulties you ran into like creating something like this? Because this isn't something you could just put on one in a regular society, but one like in the middle of I don't want to say towards the end, but in the middle of a pandemic. I mean, come on, let's be real.
Yeah, that's been kind of difficult making this thing happen. But me and my friend Tiramisu, they have a Twitch channel and that's like their gamer tag. We wanted to have a fun event because like when we go to out of city tournaments or not like majors or super majors, we want to look cute. We want to like dress up and we want to give San Antonio a reason to look cute and dress up and game.
That's true. I forgot to tell you. You're like it says like you're encouraged to like cosplay and dress up.
Oh wait,
sick. So wait, you can show up as Cassidy.
I can't show up as Cassidy.
I'm glad people would dress up because it's like when do gamers, when do people, and especially in the pandemic, when do we get to dress up? I'm like,
that's true.
Dying.
And for San Antonio, what is it? Only San Japan and Halloween,
dude.
We need number 3. We need a third day, and this is it.
Royal Brawl, dude.
Royal Brawl.
No, totally. And like, I don't know. I think that's. I mean, one, it's super cool because I think I said it just a few minutes ago, but like like anytime I want to go to like an esports event or anything like big like that, I always have to go to Dallas.
That's
and like
very true.
I get it because Dallas is kind of like the hub or the mecca of like esports teams now. But like otherwise you could go to like Austin and you could watch a regional. I'm pretty sure, what's the Smash tournament they have there? It's
Arfie?
What? No, it's the one that, it reminds me of like a beach, right?
Bon Air?
Oh god, I should have done my research,
Cityscape?
guys. No, Jesus.
I'm sorry. I'm just like throwing out names.
No, I mean like you knew way more than I do.
Oh my god.
Riptide City or something like that. Big Tide City.
Well, Low Tide City was the one at Kalahari. I went to that one. That was cool.
I swear Low Tide City's in Austin. Is it not?
Yes, it is in Austin.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like they have like, I feel like they have like well-known tournaments. You know what I mean? And San Antonio is yet to have stuff like that. So like, I honestly think that like something like this or adjacent to it, whether it's Smash or whatever, like could totally happen in San Antonio.
Could be the spark to the flame.
I also just remembered the other one that I was thinking of. Set Counts 2 was in Austin, and that's a regional.
Dang.
Yeah.
So like, I have a just Smash question, but how does like this? One, how do you get players that aren't just local to attend to like a tournament like this? And also, how do you make it important enough for them to come other than just like, hey, there's money involved? You know what I mean?
Okay, well, other than the money factor, people really trust who they like and who they know. I think I'm a friendly person, but I don't know people. But if people vouch for you in their city, like if a Dallas person vouches for Royal Brawl, people will be like, all right, we'll come by.
Yeah.
Or like if someone in Corpus vouches and says, I'm going, then people are gonna be like, all right, let's go support your boy. You know? Because it's just that camaraderie that people have. Also, it is so hard for Texas to have big regionals because of how big our state is.
True. Yes.
Yeah, I think it was SmashCon over up in Virginia. I went over, we had a whole chunk of San Antonio, which never happens ever, go to frickin' Virginia. And then we're there and we're talking to people, and someone was like, oh, I'm from Pennsylvania. You know, it's like a short 2 hours. We're here, you know. I'm like, where the fuck on the map is that? Are we allowed to swear? I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay, well, where the fuck on the map are all these states, and why do they get to go so close to each other? Anyway.
Yeah, and also, I feel like one thing that's weird about Smash specifically is like I feel like a concentration of tournaments happen in the Northeast. Like I think that's so weird because I'm used to games like COD, Overwatch, Valorant, like recently that like it's mainly Texas and California, and that's pretty much it. Korea also, I guess, but that's totally a different thing. You know what I mean? So like I think Smash is missing a little bit here in the South, but also like I feel like a lot of times the big players come from like New York and Florida and stuff like that. But I will say it's really cool that I saw that you announced some of the players that are coming to this tournament.
Yeah.
Did you specifically, now I know I just asked this kind of question, but did you specifically talk to these players before they like signed up, or was it just kind of like, hey, I want to come to your tournament?
No. Well, so I kind of know people, or like I knew Shattuck, and he's really nice, and it was really cool that he is going to San Antonio because he's from RGB. That's a really long drive.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that Munice and Giddy are coming, so we're kind of friends, and I know Giddy more because he's lived in San Antonio. But yeah, usually it's just a lot of me being friends with people, and like people want to support San Antonio's regional because we haven't had one in a long time.
Yeah, that's true. Do you know what the last one was or no?
Yeah, the last one was Mecca. I believe that was pre-COVID, 2 or 3 years ago. It was a really big success because the guy making it was like really big and prominent in starting the Smash scene in San Antonio. So it's kind of like I came in during Smash 4. My main was Peach and stuff. I didn't know anybody. I came in at like a really bad time because it was during PAX South, and they had like the invitational with everyone on stage with the lights and the smoke. It was like, oh shit,
they played it up like it was really big too.
Yeah,
I know.
And then I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna go to one of these locally, and then it's just like a bunch of nerds and TV, and it's great.
That's
and
true.
I like both sides.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, we attended. I don't know. Did you go to PAX South 1 year or no?
No.
Okay.
The only events I've been to are the 2 COD events in Dallas.
But you went to San Japan.
Okay, well, San Japan. I didn't know if that counted as like an esports thing.
Yeah, like for us, like all this talking, bro, it's killing me. Usually I'm used to like you and me going back and forth. I don't know why I'm asking all the questions, by the way, too. Feel free to ask anything you want.
Oh, I know have questions.
I'm the script writer, guys, because I got the PC, but like, come on. So Soapy can help me out here. For us, it's like, Jesus Christ, I'm really bad at interviews. We go to like San Japan. I feel like most of the stuff here is like anime and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the Call of Duty League, we've got Dallas and stuff like that.
We really tried to go to an Overwatch event in Dallas, and then it got canceled, which is probably, it's a good bad thing. So it hurt my feelings, but it was probably very good that they didn't have it in person.
Way safer doing that, which kind of leads me into my next question, which is like, when you go about, getting a venue for something like this, or, deciding how big you want to have it, how much did COVID play like in you getting to pick how your capacity, or was that something that you got to choose, or is that something that the place that your what do you call it, your venue is like deciding, it's like, hey, this is your cap or something like that, or no? Would you pay more for a higher cap?
Well, I didn't really have a cap set by Walzim or like YMCA,
Mm-hmm.
so that's kind of a weird one. I wanted it to be a very big event, and back when we were planning it, well, actually, we were planning this for a while, probably even like October, and we're like, why don't we do it in December? And then we were asking all these venues, going to all these people, and people are like, well, what about if there's COVID and all this stuff? I'm like, okay, I'll just keep pushing it. And then now there's a new variant, and I'm like,
yeah, I know, it just keeps getting worse.
But we're gonna take as many precautions as we can. We're gonna make sure masks are like highly encouraged and like wipe everything down. But the place is a very big venue. We're not gonna allow anyone if they're like feeling sick, even if it's like the flu or allergies, probably, I don't know. But
That's cool.
It's really important to try and keep these events going and
try to keep them safe too. Yeah, I think that's like one thing that I think a lot of people have struggled with, and that's why you've seen a lot of tournaments cancel, conventions cancel, things being rescheduled.
Valorant just getting people sick by forcing a land.
Whack as fuck. Yeah, I don't know if you knew this. So like, they have LAN tournaments for Valorant, which everyone was like, finally, like we can go back to LAN, like play in person. The competitive integrity is better that way. But there were some like weird things that happened, and like it
was Champions, wasn't it?
Yes,
it was.
Or no, it was the one. It was the LCQ4 Champions.
Yeah.
So like, someone had gotten COVID, and they basically had no like backup plan. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And so someone got sick, and they were like, "Well, you can still play, but you're gonna play from your hotel room, and the rest of your team is gonna play from here
with worse ping,
and the team you're playing against is gonna play all together on LAN." Like, you know what I mean? Like,
at that point, like, DQ, I'd say.
Dude, I know, and I'm like.
Okay. Then they ended up pushing it a week after that.
Yeah, they did.
Then they forced everyone online again.
Yeah, it had to get postponed.
But it's just like they had to like experiment, like someone getting actually sick, and then like making their team not perform well, and then they're like, okay, well, sorry, we did that. You're still gonna keep your 0-1 record, and we're just gonna redo everything.
And like Overwatch did it way better, where they have people travel to Hawaii, and like from Hawaii they'll play teams in Asia. So that like the ping for some reason is less than 100 for most of them, which for Overwatch, the type of game it is, it works on high-ish ping. You know what I mean? So, and the people that are in Hawaii get to play on LAN against each other. So like, people are adapting and stuff like that. So I think that's something you have to take into consideration. One of my last questions, well, at least for me, is like, what's like the next thing for you guys? Maybe for you specifically, or maybe gamers, like the San Antonio thing, the whole scene. Like, what's something that you want to see in the future for maybe just the whole San Antonio area? You know what I mean?
Well, the next thing for the San Antonio area as a whole is like there's going to be an esports stadium over in Port San Antonio.
I heard about this.
So it's pretty much almost finished. It should be done in April, and I know they're planning a lot of big events there. It's going to be really cool, and I know that the people running it are really good. They're from San Antonio. They want to do the scene right and everything. I think it'll be like a very big boost, honestly.
Yeah, that's sick.
For the Greater Gaming Society, I'm really excited about February because, I mean, not to like exclude guys or anything, but I wanted to meet a bunch of the girls here in San Antonio who do gaming, because there's not a lot of us. I don't know how to put it.
For sure.
Yeah. Like, I keep thinking every year, like, no, there's girls, and then I'm like, I go to the tournaments weekly, or I go to them even like regionally. I'm like, there's a good 5 now.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember going to
the Call of Duty event,
and it's a bunch of sweaty guys. Like,
the only girls there were the pros' girlfriends.
That's true. That's
that were walking around
too.
casually.
Yeah, I will say one cool thing about Smash though is that there's actually like a way larger representation of like women playing Smash that you don't get in a lot of esports, which is one of the coolest things. I know one thing that we're pretty big on this podcast too is like equal representation, whether it's like LGBTQ or women or like any race, stuff like that. And I think Smash, apart from
Smash has everything.
Yeah, but apart from the drama they have.
Okay, well,
yeah. Well, we do everything, I guess.
Yeah.
In that regard.
That's true. We do talk about the drama sometimes on here, which like maybe this says something like about us, I guess. Well, we don't like drama, but like what I was saying is like the representation in there is like it's really cool that it's there. So I think that being one of your priorities is like really huge too, because I think we've talked about it before. The voices are there, they're just not heard, I think, a lot of times. Or you have shitty people like Thorin on Twitter being like, women, fuck you.
Yeah,
I hate women.
And now they're funding a completely
a
complete woman only Valorant tournament.
What a douchebag. So like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if anyone wants my take on like women's tournaments. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've gone into Smash Sisters like twice. Like Smash Sisters, if people don't know, it is a group of girls who created a like tournament at usually majors, and you can play competitively against just girls bracket. I mean, also gender fluid, LGBT and trans people allowed. And yeah, so it's just like a fun, safe environment. You don't have to pay money to enter it. I think we did Squad Strike one time, so that was fun too.
Yeah, that is cool.
And it's just like, I think the general consensus of most of the women is like, yeah, it's a little intimidating to go. And I mean, this is kind of a story, but if you dress up for things at a tournament, I don't want to be told like, why are you so dressed up today? I'm like, because I woke up 15 minutes earlier. I don't know. Like,
yeah. That makes sense. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I kind of want your opinion, but like, do you think having female only like tournaments is something that like you want more of, or that you think is like really beneficial, or something you want to see in the future, or it's something that we just like necessary, like, you know what I mean?
I think it's beneficial just because then you get to bring in girls or women, or maybe they hadn't played before and they don't want to like look bad. Like, I used to get really salty when I would play a boyfriend and I would like lose, because then I want to look really cool. I'm not good, and I gotta accept that sometimes, because I'm not gonna put my like life and soul into the game, which is fine. But yeah, I think girl tournaments or girl-centric things are fine. It's not like we want to alienate people. It's not like, no boys allowed. It's like, there's not a lot of us. You gotta keep us around somehow.
That's true. Yeah, I agree. That makes a lot of sense.
I totally forgot the point I was making about February. I'm doing a Galentine's Day.
Oh yeah,
for the girls.
Yeah, you did say February, and that was it.
Yeah, so Galentine's Day date is set for February 12th. I hope it doesn't snow. I don't know what my backup plan if it does.
You know what?
For everyone listening that's not from San Antonio, if you didn't see the news last year, we got like 6 to 8 inches of snow. At least in Bernie we did, and the whole city was shut down. Like, I didn't have power for like 6 days, and my parents didn't have water for like 4 days. So
bad.
You know, we got a listener from, I'm pretty sure it's like Ukraine, right, or Poland or something like that.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you're just batting your eyes at this. Whatever, I get it. You like live in a blizzard.
That's cool though. I think, well, you know what? This is an extended invitation. Before whatever your Galentine's Day like date is, you could bring a whole bunch of group of people. You can talk about it here too, because we're always down for that too.
Yeah,
we're always up for more.
This is episode 1 of having guests. There's definitely going to be more episodes. This is episode 16, but episode 1 of having pod guests.
And you know what? Eventually, we'll get the connections that you do. We'll get some big names on here, and we'll be like, yo, it all started here. Well, we'll go back and look at this episode like this is where it started.
We won't forget Royal Brawl.
No, we really won't.
And you won't either, so you better be there on January 22nd.
I think it's your hip.
Yeah, I got it right. Look at that.
You're so ready.
I am ready.
That's true.
I think I have like, I don't know, maybe 2 questions. Definitely one.
Mm-hmm.
Who is your main on Smash? I think everyone wants to know.
Dang.
It's Smash Ultimate.
He stole my idea. Yeah, I was going to ask you about Smash specifically.
Yeah, my main is Pink Yoshi specifically. It used to be Pichu for a very long time. And Pichu is my boy, but my boy does not win any games.
He doesn't.
Yeah. Not that I win games too. I've lost to, this is so random, but I wanted, like,
She wants to flex on us really quick.
Yeah, she does.
She's like, I played this pro and split stocks with him.
Every time I go to a major, I just lose to like a really prominent person in Smash.
That's fair.
Like the last one I went to was
I lost to MK Leo.
I lost to Mango.
Oh damn.
Hey,
that's like really prominent.
Yeah, that actually is.
I didn't know it was Mango until after.
Wait, in Smash Ultimate you played him? Dang, that's random.
It was
we thought we were flexing. Yeah. We were saying we played against Crim6 in the COD League.
That's true.
She's
that's
over here like,
legend,
I mean, Crim6 is a huge name, but like she's like at an actual tournament playing against him. That's sick.
That's true.
Yeah, he was very chill. I thought he was the new person because he's like, oh, you can pick whatever you want. Oh, I don't care. You can ban whatever you want. I'm like, wow, this guy's really nice or really new. He's like dressed up for vacation. His drip.
She's like, I'm gonna crush this guppy.
He's always in like a tank top. I swear to God, every time I see him, it's
he
like
had a Hawaiian shirt.
Oh,
and
Hawaiian
a dad's
shirt, really?
fisherman hat. I will show you the picture later. But yeah. So I like Yoshi, Pichu, and Smash 4. I liked playing Peach. That was not a good way to introduce me into the game because that's when I came into Smash. Because Peach requires a lot of buttons.
Yeah, I like Peach a lot. That's because my favorite player that got me into Smash was Sam Sora.
Oh,
and
I love Sam Sora.
Yeah, me too. He's my favorite player for my favorite organization. So it makes me sad that he's not back. Last podcast, I said, wait, was it the New Year podcast? That was my like hope for 2022 is that like maybe he doesn't compete if he doesn't want to, but he resurfaces at least because I know he's not on social media right now. And like he was a good personality. Apart from the drama he's involved in. So
yeah, I think he's really cool. He's posted a little bit on Instagram and stuff.
He moved to like New York.
Yes, he moved to New York. No, I mean,
cool.
I
know he just like resurfaced. He's like, I'm in New York now. What's the second question? Oh wait, actually, first, your main on Smash. Don't talk about it.
Oh, it's simple. It's Ice Climbers.
Okay, but give me a reason why.
Why
other
it's
than
Ice
you're
Climbers?
just like a cuck.
Hey. There really is no reason. I just like played them and I was like, these guys are interesting. They kind of throw each other in the air when they want to jump. Now, what I don't like is I can never figure out sometimes which one I'm controlling. And he always seems specifically to hit that one off the map. And so I'm like, oh, I'm about to hit the sick combo. And then I see one of the two Ice Climbers just like across the screen. It's like, game! Because that's the one that I was actually controlling because I was looking at the wrong one the whole
What
screen.
color?
The colors that I use the ugliest skin. I typically use the one that's wearing like the brown jacket and the other one's wearing gray. It's like the nastiest colors, but I think that's even funnier. But I just like them for their ult because I play with items and I play against a computer, and when they like hit their ult, they just
like the mountain.
It's like the giant glacier comes up and an instant one hits anything. I just think that's cool because I feel like I learned on Donkey Kong, because I feel like a lot of people learn on Donkey Kong. He's pretty simple. Like
he's a very pub character.
Yeah, he's very like user friendly, and I was like, okay, well, I gotta be quirky, right? And so I was like, these guys look kind of cool, because I was like Mr. Game & Watch, and I really wanted to be good at Mr. Game & Watch because who doesn't want to like whip pancakes at people? I'm like, it's like a really bad like, what's it called, Waffle House, like in the middle of the night. But I just, like you said, I could not win games on Mr. Game & Watch. He was fun to play, but I just couldn't win, and I feel like he's like a lot of RNG. Then we talked about it. He's like Kite from Hunter x Hunter, where it's just like whatever you kind of get out of your role, it's like, what am I gonna do with this?
Okay, and also he won't listen to me. Ice Climbers is like an A tier character.
No, that's not true.
It's not S for sure. It's not S, but it's like A.
But he picks like an S tier counter, which is toxic.
That's true. I do hard countering, but that's not actually who I play. Because like I made Inkling.
Inkling's just bad. So
yeah,
against Ice Climbers,
honestly, they were pretty good until they got nerfed in like what, the knockback, right?
Yeah, I just like once I watched Cosmos play him, like I was like, dude, cool. I want to like play this character because it's like mobility on the character is insane. Like I wasn't that fast at the time because I just learned him. I've gotten really good at Inkling, but like when I play good old Soapy over here, you got to go King K rule because Ice Climbers can't beat him.
That leads me to my second question for both of you, actually.
Okay.
If there was one character that if you picked up your Switch tonight and you could be instantly just like really good with them, who would it be? Because I have mine.
Oh, I've got a really easy answer, yeah.
Oh, if I could instantly be good with a character? Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely Peach.
Okay.
I love Peach.
She's so fun.
Joker,
okay.
Joker's like...
Mine would be Roy, and that's specifically because of Cola. Just I like Cola that much that in the way he plays Roy.
Wait, when we watch Zombo play in the...
Okay, wait, yeah. That was... Okay, that's different. That's an honorable mention because if I played Rob...
I know, I literally went home and was like, dude, I gotta practice Rob.
And then realized that how technical it actually
is.
He's
just as fucking skilled as shit. That's crazy.
Rob Zombie, man.
I think Joker's so cool though. Like I feel like his ceiling is so high. You know what I mean? So like I think learning a character like that is like learning Genji. Like
that's true.
You just like
a good Genji is just like that's different.
Dominate even against counters. You know what I mean? But like
that's fair.
I don't know. I guess Mario's kind of cool too. That's like a cop-out answer. But like I don't think you see a lot of Marios. You see a lot of Luigi's, but you don't see a lot of Marios.
Mario's a really good character. I think. Like I don't know. I feel like a Mario could be a really good. I don't know, A, maybe S. I don't know.
Really? So, like, I'm sure there's, like, an official, like, ranking tier list, but we're new-ish to Smash. Like, I've watched the past couple years. He recently got into it. If you had to give me, like, your best characters in Smash, like, what would you say are, like, maybe, like, top 3 characters right now?
Like, for me personally, or, like,
let's just say, like, in Smash. Wait, I want to rephrase this question. In the Royal Brawl happening January 22nd in San Antonio, what 2 characters do you want to see played in the finals? That's a better question.
Oh, I know what I want to see.
Oh, the 2 players that I want to see play in the finals.
Maybe not like the people, I guess. I don't want you to like single someone out. But like if you wanted to see 2 characters, like.
Well, okay. So we made Royal Brawl like the reason why it was Royal Brawl is because we wanted we were gonna invite all the princess people like. I think Lucina counts as a princess, Peach, and then Rosalina, anyone with a crown, Daisy. But then we realized how much time that would take and DMing, and then we were like, we actually got to plan the tournament, so that didn't happen.
Oh, like you were gonna invite like the players that play those characters? Mm-hmm. Oh, that'd be sick.
So yeah, it was really cool and coincidental that Mute Ace decided to come by for this. But yeah, I'd like to see Peach because Royal Brawl, and I love Peach.
Peach is fun to watch too.
Yeah. I don't really know who else is super exciting, but
do you like watching Pyra and Mythra play?
Oh, that was my pick. Oh, that was my pick.
Really?
I want to see Pyra and Mythra in the final, but I want to see the other person playing some just off meta jank.
You want to see Gluto come in with a warrior?
You want to see Minecraft Steve?
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Wait, actually, I've seen some ridiculous TikToks with Minecraft Steve. The guy builds an L.
Dude,
an
L with the
blocks. He calls the Enderman and he just hits him off the map, and I was like, oh my, this character's not real.
Or Ridley, because I feel like you don't see Ridley played either.
I just want to see Pyra and Mythra get
reason
smoked
for not Ridley.
by an off meta person. That's what I mean. Cool. Because it's you're literally picking the most S tier character at the moment and just getting dominated by something from the C D tier. I just want to see that.
I'd like to see Pyra Mythra. I think she's kind of a fun character to watch. Well, actually, I like Byleth a lot. Because when she does the diagonal thing and pulls him, it's just and really no cool. one expects it.
Yeah, I think of all the new characters, because we talk about this, I feel like every single tournament, every couple tournaments, a new prominent meta character will come out, or not come out, or people would play in them, you know what I mean? So we saw Joker for a long ass time. Mainly because MKLeo is just a Joker god. Mm-hmm. And then he's oh, just kidding, I can play Byleth too. And Pyra and Mythra. So maybe it's just MKLeo, but
yeah, that's just the MKLeo diff.
I think
alright, time to DM him. Got it.
Dude, if you got that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Or
hey, MKLeo, if you're listening.
Wait, listen, you know who we like more than
come here. I don't know what he's doing right now. Probably preparing for Genesis.
That's true, yeah. You know who we like more than MKLeo though? You know. We like Spargo.
Spargo, okay. I wanted to make sure this wasn't a trick. Yeah.
No. That's our favorite. Spargo. That's our favorite player. So
MKLeo is you have to respect MKLeo for what it is, but God, do I want to see Spargo win so bad. I think that was my thing for Smash. My wish for Smash is that Spargo actually wins.
A major.
Yeah.
Dude.
Wins a major against MKLeo. I don't want to see MKLeo get knocked out early and then Spargo just a cakewalk in. I want to see it. I wanted a five match or whatever. Go to game 5. And just I just want to see it.
Okay, well, we'll move on to just a little bit of actual esports stuff here really quick. I will let you talk about whatever part of the esport you want to. I'm only going to mention some stuff about Overwatch, and then maybe do I have Call of Duty on here? Yeah, I do. So if there's something specific you want to talk about in that, feel free to, and we can talk about it, because I don't know. This is stuff that happened today, so unless you were on Twitter today, you probably didn't see this. I know.
I mean, I'm not that well versed in Call of Duty, but I like hearing about the different games and what everyone else is doing.
Okay. Well, we will start with, first off, we'll do this kind of fast because we've been talking about Smash. The major just happened in Smash, actually. It's the first one of the year.
Speaking of seeing off meta heroes being played.
Yeah. Did you watch this, by the way, or no?
No, I missed it.
Oh, dang. So am I going to spoil it by telling you that
No,
Quinn
no,
wins?
no, no. You should tell me anyway. I heard, like...
Okay, so Cola loses in the finals, and he loses to Quid.
He loses pretty badly, actually.
Yeah, well...
No, I know. Cola did take the whole first set because he was coming out of the loser's bracket.
Yeah, so Cola resets the bracket, and and Quid beats him the second time, I think.
And
3-0,
Cola's
right?
playing Roy, and then
Quid's playing
Pokemon Trainer.
Now, the one thing about Quid I find super interesting is that...
the way he plays Pokemon Trainer is, like, just different than...
And then he favors Ivysaur.
Yeah, which is odd.
That is so weird. He, like, even has it in his Twitter handle. His name is Quid Ivysaur, and, like...
But his Squirtle was different, dude.
Dude, his Squirtle
was
really
different
good.
this tournament. Now, dude, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking away from the Ivysaur play either. But the Squirtle-Ivysaur combo, that was fun to watch.
Yeah,
if you haven't watched it, you need to go back and watch the highlights of it.
Yeah, and this is super cool because this is like a player that relatively unknown. Like, I'll be honest, I did not know Quid before this, like, kind of at all.
Was he like the underdog for New York?
He was the underdog because I think when you think of New York, you think of like DeBuzz. Like, that's who you think of. You know what I mean?
King of New York.
Dude, the King of New York. Which, speaking of, he got 4th place. I don't think
this tournament took place in New York, so it was almost like home field advantage.
Yeah, so I got some crazy facts here from this tournament run from Quid. First off, he only loses one game going into the grand finals, and it was to Mute Ace in the winners final, right? He loses one game, and that's it. The whole tournament going into the grand finals.
Yeah.
Okay. He was the lowest seed to ever win a major in North America, apart from one major that was like seeded really weirdly because they accidentally gave someone a too low of seed that won. But he was the 32nd seed going into this tournament.
Oh.
He's only been to 2 majors, and the last one was Let's Make Big Moves last year, where he got 132nd place.
Dude, this man is 1-1.
Yo, this guy's go.
No, 1-2. 1-2. I mean,
that's cool.
That's so cool. That, like, first off, this is like one of the biggest upsets for a whole tournament in North America, but then also that is in his hometown. He came from the bottom, like literally, like,
and beat Cola, who just came off of winning CEO.
Dude, like, he came from like being one of the worst in the tournaments. He won a couple locals, got second in a couple locals too. A lot of people that he played in this tournament, like, I think he even lost to Cola in a local, not recently, but like within the last couple months. I don't know. I thought that was really dope.
We talked about this off podcast before, and we said that, like, Cola. I mean, I love Cola. That's why I said, like, I would play Roy just because of watching him play him. But I feel like Cola, like, literally is just like hot and cold. He's either on it or he's not. And the first, like, when he turned the bracket around, like, he looked on it, and I was like, uh-oh, this is looking scary.
Dude, and
but then all of a sudden,
like one 60% up air from an Ivysaur.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he was
for the rest of
the he was. Match. It wasn't even close. I was like, wow, like, this is actual utter domination from Quid at that point. When before I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, and he does it without like showing any emotion. It was cool because it's just like Cola. He shows no emotion.
That's why I like Cola so much. He's like, he kicks your ass 3-0. He walks over, just shakes your hand and said, who you picking now?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, and there's no, like, besides when he won CEO, there was a dog pile, but I think everyone expects that from literally anyone that wins a major.
Yeah.
But, like, that's why I just like him. He's just so casual. It seems no toxicity at all.
Yeah, I think, like, this match really, really reminded me of Zomba playing, just because with Rob, like, you have these like super low % stock kills that he'll take from you, or like he's not afraid at all to play like.
Didn't Cola jump off the map at like 6%?
I have to watch this now.
It was so
like literally 6%. Even the commentators were like, I'm pretty sure that may be one of the lowest stock kills of all time.
Yes, like
he just like missed. He like bead to the right, and instead of up being, and
I think
just he didn't have any cooldown.
Maybe I missed that. I remember when Squirtle, like, so he water guns him to edge guard him.
Oh,
and like it's right at the perfect timing where he doesn't get the reset on his jumps
because he gets hit with the water gun.
Literally
and he just falls straight down.
Well,
no, there was one like I think it was in like quickly into that sequence where he just like misclicks and just doesn't have his like up B to get back to the map, and he just glides down slowly at 6%. And even that was the one time he was like, he was like, are you joking right now?
Yeah, I think like I was saying, like, his Ivysaur plays a lot like Rob, where he'll hit you with like a down air on like literally like you can't even see him on the side of your screen, like, and like he's not afraid to do that just because his vine whip recovery, like,
or the grapple throw on the side. Dude, you can throw him like 8 miles with the vines.
His down throw on Ivysaur.
If you're like above 80, good luck if you get grappled.
Which is crazy because we were talking about how usually when you get someone high percent, you usually switch to Charizard. Yeah, or you're high percent, and like he only did that when it was like, I'm down to my last stock and it's like I'm 120%.
Or they're like at 136%. He was just like, I literally have to hit anything on Charizard and I'm going to blow him off the map. But then he would immediately switch right back to Squirtle.
That's true. And then I think the only other important match, a part of that, is when he plays Mute Ace in the winners final. I keep calling it semifinals. In the winners final, one because I like Peach, so that was fun to watch. And like
that's my first game watching Peach play.
It was the closest like 3-1 that I've seen in a long time, just because it always went down to like their last stock, I feel like. And it is also like you didn't know who was going to get the final smash there either, because I
think it was literally decided by like they were both that like he had Peach like at like 120%, and I think he had a fresh stock, and he comes back and I think it's like literally if anyone lands at like back B or anything like that, they're off the map. And there was like a bunch of swing and misses and a bunch of blocks and parries. And then it came down to like just Quid. I think they said like Venusaur was just like that much quicker. Ivysaur, sorry. Ivysaur being that much quicker.
That's true. Yeah, Peach isn't very fast, but she's got a good recovery and her movement is predictable but good. It's reliable at least. So that was really cool. Speaking of Mute Ace, he'll be at Royal Brawl, just so you know, in San Antonio.
Watch some Peach play.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I just realized this happened literally today. So I guess you guys are the first ones to hear about it, and my posters are all wrong now, but that's totally okay. The pot bonus is not 700. Well, it's 700 plus because I thought maybe someone will donate $1 and it'll be 701. Someone donated $500.
Oh boy,
so
we're actually not signing up for the Guppy bracket, guys. We're going into singles.
No, that's nuts.
It's $1,200 on the line here, and I'm like,
bring some names.
That's like almost how much we make per video, guys.
That is such a fucking lie. We make way more than that.
Yeah, I know it really is.
Almost. Remember that.
All right.
Almost.
Whoa, God, what was that?
God said he wants a cut on this money.
Anyway, so that's it from Smash. Really quickly, let's go through some changes that happened in Overwatch really quick.
Rosters are still getting released, believe it or not. And there's still some that are to be decided.
That's true. So they said that like every team has the minimum now 5 signings that you need. Now that it's going back to they're down to 5v5. First off, Fury comes back to Philly, which what a god tier tank. Probably one of the best off tanks to play the game apart from like Choyobin. You know what I mean? His diva was nasty. And what's cool is that he leaves Philadelphia and then he comes back.
Yeah.
So they were kind of like,
I
I think
it's like a reunion. I think that's actually what the tweet said.
Yeah, and I think that's so cool because
it's like LeBron going back to the Cavs.
Yeah, dude. Basket sports. The joke on the podcast is that I don't know anything about sports, which for the sake of the podcast, you're right. I am a dumb sports guy, but I actually might be a genius when it comes to sports. Remember when you didn't know who Matty Ice was?
No, I don't know who Matty Ice is.
Yeah, that's Matt Ryan, quarterback
for the Falcons. I know him by his real name.
Okay. Anyways.
You're that close with him?
Yeah, we're actually homies.
Yeah, you look like Matt Ryan.
Wait, really?
No.
It's like, I'm about to be at Royal Brawl signing autographs as Matt Ryan.
Anyways, I think this is interesting. One, because is he their only tank? Am I stupid? Because I'm pretty sure he only plays D.Va and Zarya.
I don't know. It's a great question.
I'm actually trippy because you know who they have? They have Poco. That makes sense. But I could have sworn Poco plays off tank too. So, weird.
No one. Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
I guess you could kind of learn Reinhardt.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't be that hard. Anyways, it makes Philadelphia a good team still, especially because
I think they were already good.
Yeah,
especially since they who'd they cut that I didn't like. What was the guy's name?
Shockwave?
Yep, Shockwave.
Yeah, I like Shockwave, so you're wrong.
That's a good decision.
Well, he's no Carpe, so that's fair.
He's
Taro
no nobody.
Cookie and Jimmy, they leave Chengdu Hunters. They're joining Team Chaser. That's their contenders team. So that only leaves them now with
Leave the MVP, which they could go down. I think they could almost go down to 4 players and just have one DPS with Leave.
That's true. They have Leave. They've got the new guy. I'm gonna pronounce his name wrong, so I'm not gonna say it. It's AP like I, but it's a 1 RTA. I don't know if it's like He comes from Korean contenders or Chinese contenders. Sure. Know. Okay.
Well, that's what we're going with.
Who am I forgetting? Who's their third DPS? Jinmu.
Yeah.
Jinmu, Pharah God. I forgot.
Yeah, the Pharah one trick.
You know what? These changes don't really affect anything. I think Taro Cookie kind of shit the bed anyways when he came.
What a name, though.
And Jimmy popped off on Widow one time. That was it. And I think it was against NYXL, and then Guangboon just said, guess what?
Yeah, Guangboon said, hey, by the way, I actually fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, anyways. And then finally, the NYXL roster, speaking of, they announced the roster.
With some... I mean, dude, the
DPS... You've got the notes.
The DPS line alone is scary, all right? So they have Flora. They have Yaki from Florida Mayhem, correct?
Yeah.
Which we were all confused on why they let Yaki go. I think the whole league was.
Remember, they went
American,
yeah. But then they signed a non-American player.
Exactly. And then we were like, so you gave up Yaki to make a publicity stunt, and then you were like, nah, you know what? We're going back on our word. You know what? If that's the case, you better be in the orange and yellow unis this year, or red and yellow unis this year.
That'd be sick.
No, it wouldn't be. That's disgusting. I'm glad y'all changed. They had Yongbong, Ganja Min, and then wait, hold on. Gangnam Jim. Sorry, I had that backwards. And then they actually have a contenders player, like most teams do now.
That's true.
Contenders tank Kellen.
Yeah, Korean contenders from T1, I believe. It's either T1 or O2 Blast. I think he got second place in the finals of contenders, which all of those players from the two teams that made the finals are now in the Overwatch League.
I want to see tanks literally go against Reiner, just because of how vocal.
Only if he's on Reinhardt.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my question though for you is that does this make one NYXL contender? Also, you need to know that they're playing in North America.
They are. Yes, they did announce that. Yeah, I saw that.
Of the North American teams, is this like a top 3 North American team? Because honestly, with Yaki and Flora,
potentially
Myeongbong.
Because all right, you know what? I'll give my top 3. Yeah, I think.
Go ahead.
Okay, for NA,
I don't even remember what North America is. So.
Oh, you know what? I'll give 4. I'll give someone an honorable mention because I can't make a decision right now. Number 1 or 2, I'm gonna give it 1 or 2.
Okay.
San Francisco Shock, Dallas Fuel.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
No, Dallas Fuel first because we don't know what the Shock's going to do because a bunch of new signings.
Good players, too.
Yeah. 3, Houston Outlaws.
Dude, do you think the Houston Outlaws are going to
I think the Houston Outlaws are actually going to... I mean, they had a good record last year. They just couldn't put anything together.
Are they a good team? Like, I don't know anything other than, like, they seem pretty cool and Houston's as close to San Antonio as...
I think
they were positive. They were like 10, or not 10.
Did they make the playoffs? I can't remember. So historically, they're not a good team.
But they were good. They were better than they, I think, ever been.
Historically, they're an underdog team.
Yes, that is true.
They're no Dallas Fuel.
They're always the second to the Dallas Fuel.
Yes.
Now, if only there was an Austin or San Antonio team, that'd be cool. But
yeah, so second is technically last.
Yeah, but they're also a team that has better personalities on it than Dallas.
So, Piggy, one of my favorite players in all of Overwatch.
They are almost a content-driven team, which sounds bad because they're supposed to be like, competitive. But like throughout the years, they've just historically been really bad. But this past year, they definitely spent more money because that's what it takes in Overwatch. They got some Korean players, which is what it takes in Overwatch.
And they have some huge sponsors too, for just their team alone.
You know who sponsors them?
HEB.
We're not giving away why that's important to the podcast.
No.
But yeah, so like, I think they had one really big pop-off at the beginning of this last year where they beat
the San Francisco Shock, who had just won
the championship. So they beat the best team in the world at the time, and they kind of made a name for themselves. And then they just went on a slow decline. And
they started off high, so the decline was it was slow, but they were still. I mean, they were better than average.
Yeah, they just like never peaked again. Like they
never showed back up really.
Yeah, which is the Houston special.
Yeah, unfortunately, it truly is.
So if you want a team to root for in Texas and you want them to be good, it's the Dallas Fuel. But if you want to like the players,
Houston or Dallas Fuel.
Yeah.
Sparkle is probably my favorite player of all time.
I think
for the Dallas Fuel.
Do you know who Jake is? I only say because he's like one of the most recognizable names in Overwatch League, like history kind of. He plays for the Houston Outlaws, and he's kind of just agreed to play for a shit team, but he has so many fans, specifically here in Texas, as well as just like across all of Overwatch. So like that kind of lets you know like what kind of team they are. You know what I mean? Like they're good for the fans, but
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I follow them on like Instagram and Twitter, and I don't really watch any of the competitive Overwatch stuff, but I like the content they put out.
You know who they like, and it makes sense because it's the team that bought them originally. You know Optic, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Okay, see, so like Optic owned them in the very beginning. That was the like mother team, and so it makes sense that there's such a like
loved team
and a content team. You know what I mean?
Because of Optic.
But everyone knows Optic.
To go back to my list, I think New York excel 3 or 4. So I gave you my 1 and 2 interchangeable, and then 3 or 4 with Houston Outlaws, just depending on if Houston Outlaws show up.
Okay, so I'm going to make you look really stupid really quick.
Why? Am I missing a huge NA team? Oh my gosh, no. I take that back. Never mind. I cannot believe. No. I'm not even going to give you this thunder. I'm going to make myself look bad. For all the LA Gladiator fans out there, y'all know how much I stand the LA Gladiators. I am so sorry. I did. Oh my gosh. I did, because I was so stuck on getting New York in there. I lied. I have a 1, 2, 3. LA Gladiators, Dallas Fuel, San Francisco Shock. I am so sorry to all LA Gladiators fans. Space, if you're watching this, I apologize. I will resub on your stream tonight.
I'll be a little faster. I think LAG is the best team in North America. I think San Francisco
by
Shock,
far.
I think San Francisco Shock is second, and then I think third is a tie between Dallas Fuel and New York, just because I think this New York team is going to be really good.
I cannot believe I forgot.
Dude, I actually can't.
Oh my gosh, that makes me want to cry.
Okay, so that's it. We're gonna fly through these last two. Do you know? First off, do either you know who Alley Cat is?
The name rings a bell.
Okay, she's a caster for Call of Duty, but only for Tier 2, and she's been on like She moved up to the Call of Duty League. She's the first female caster for the Call of Duty League ever, and the first prominent female caster in any Call of Duty esport. Also,
there's been a few.
Fuck Activision. There's been a few that have like come and gone in like small tournaments, but now that this is the big league, the $25 million league per team,
CDL baby,
like this is huge. I think we talked about it a little bit before the podcast that like that's one thing Call of Duty's missing, and that a lot of esports are missing. But I can only think of a few really prominent female casters. There's one for Valorant, and I hate myself for forgetting her name because she casted Champions. There's Vicky Kitty, who casts Smash, as well as the Overwatch League, who, by the way, probably my favorite caster in the Overwatch League, like tied for like first. You know what I mean?
I know who my number 1 is.
Yeah, we know who number 1 is. Okay.
Uber Shouts, baby.
Yeah, okay, Uber Shouts, we got it. So yeah, I think that's really cool. Like,
I mean, of all the esports to like get a
Call of Duty.
Yeah, I think that is the statement.
That's brave.
That's major.
Yes,
honestly.
that is huge with all the who's and stuff that play Warzone and Call of Duty. You know who we're talking about. I ain't gotta say it. It's like so Lord Voldemort in here.
That's so true.
Yeah, take that.
They're the reason why my parents only let me play Nintendo.
That's fair.
Look at what you're doing. You see that?
So yeah,
we need an all-female Warzone tournament. How about that?
I think they've had one.
How that, Timmy?
You know who'd win it? Karma's wife. Do you know who that is? Holly?
Oh, I thought it would be Tommy. Tommy's wife is really good too.
Really?
She set world records.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's sick.
I actually like watch her because sometimes, I mean, I love Tommy, but sometimes his wife like hits these just clips that I'm like, because Tommy's just like good all the time.
Yeah.
She hits these like insane things where I'm like, dude, she has to be hacking. And then it's like, you'll see her miss a couple shots here and there, and it's like, no, she's just actually that good. And it's nuts because I think she just started streaming less than a year ago and her following is actually huge, which is cool to see.
Yeah. I think this is my favorite news of the week, like that happened recently, just because I followed Alley Cat since, well, I don't know, a few years now. She dated one of my favorite COD pros for a while, and then she got on a couple podcasts, and then she kind of worked her way up to work like smaller tournaments, and then now she, something like this is super cool, especially because the like casters that they brought up for last year were so dog shit. Okay, I would watch certain matches on mute just because I didn't like the casters that much.
Dude, we went to live tournaments and I wish I had a mute button for the live tournaments. I was like, dude, in Dallas, I was like, can this guy just get off the stage?
I have to listen a ton and study one more time, try to cast, because study.
Call out.
Dude, they're like so much bigger than us. Like, Study stumbles over his words because he was a COD pro, so he's very intellectual when it comes to the game. So that's why he was an analyst, not a caster. Ton, he's all right. His emotion is just like, sometimes it's like too much, and I'm like, that wasn't that big of a play. He's like, oh my god, let's fucking go, and I'm like, okay, dude, like.
He's just really supportive.
I guess so, but I'm like, I don't need to hear that. You know what I mean? I think there's only one other caster that I really liked, because I know Vicky Kitty when she moved up from contenders. Nekra, Nekkra, she's also contenders caster, better than Vicky Kitty, but maybe not as popular. So I don't know how that works. Honestly, I don't know how all this shit works. So
yeah, how to like move up and stuff.
We should ask the expert over here. She's like, we were just a small little organization, a big ass tournament, baby.
Yeah, not 700. We lied.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I made a joke about it on my Twitter, but I was like, I am pulling the godfather of all of my favors. Anyone who has ever said to me, hey, Ansley, if you ever have a tournament, if you ever do anything esports related, let me know. I got you back. I'm like,
you're like, hey,
knock,
remember
knock.
that? Hey,
What's
remember
up?
That? That's fair. Well, you know what? We can't do much, but we can try. So
we can just tell you all about it.
That's what. Hey, listen.
That's more than enough. Honestly,
we got some views. You know what I mean? We might pull some people into this tournament. Maybe 2, underrated King K. Rool and Ice Climber players.
Yeah, maybe 2
we
guppies.
have doubles. Go to doubles.
Oh my god.
Oh my, dude, guppy doubles. It'll be like a PetSmart in there. So many guppies.
Wait, my question though, I forgot to ask this. Are you participating in the tournament?
I don't know if I can, because I'm just gonna be like running around and like,
No, she was trying to be nice. She didn't want to flex on us. I actually played on stage, so I technically can't unless I enroll in like the actual money bracket. And I don't want to take the money away from the other players that we're inviting, right?
She's like, I organized this so like she seeds herself like really high, gets like all these like really easy matches first too, and then gets in the money and stuff like that.
That's the only time I'll ever like win out of city, because usually people are like, it's too big of a turn, we can't see this whole thing. My name, Angelic, like that's all that fits in the box, right? Mm-hmm. It's just Angelic. It starts with an A, so I got seeded first in my pool.
And it'd be me, Soapy, at the very bottom of the pool, and then Twizz under me.
Going into it though, that's kind of a flex. Being like, hey,
no, it's so bad. They're all like looking at me. I'm like, who the fuck is this? I'm like, no.
Okay, so this is the very end of it. Oh, first off, really quick, there's a tournament. I forgot to tell you this. They announced it today for Call of Duty. Boston has a team, have not announced their roster yet. They're still in a tournament somehow with a non-announced roster or team. There's a kickoff tournament in Arlington on the 21st of January, which... Why would we go to that when we go to
when you could go to Royal Brawl? Duh. I mean, unless you got it like that, you can go to both.
It's a tournament with all the teams. It's not worth anything. It's one of those like for fun things.
Yeah.
Which I wish Overwatch would do more of. First off, that'd be really cool. It's hard because across the world.
Well, now we got an awesome marketer. Maybe we can get some.
Hey, don't take my last question from me.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Don't take my last question.
We also have to get the easy clap for the week.
I don't have an easy clap.
I have an easy clap for the week.
Okay, you know what? Let's get to the easy clap of the week.
Easy clap of the week. Everyone that lost to me when I was doing my placements.
Oh, we're going to Overwatch.
That's right.
Yeah.
All of you, because I somehow placed even higher than last season while going negative in my placement matches. So you got to see the Ryan diff.
Yeah, that was...
Actually, the easy clap is even better. If you don't play Ryan Zarya on King's Row, you're the easy clap, and you're the problem. You're the reason why... This is why they're not releasing Overwatch 2. It's because of you. Pick a main tank, you Roadhog flex queuers.
This is so niche.
And toxic.
Okay, so this is the very end of the podcast. First off, I have maybe 1 or 2 more questions. One, have you thought about other esport tournaments to host apart from just Smash?
Yeah, I've been asked that.
Overwatch.
I don't feel like I have a good way, unless I look into it and unless I go to a tournament or I'll physically go there. Mm-hmm. I mean, brackets kind of are the same, but I gotta know, what does an Overwatch player need? What kind of, equipment does that take?
It's probably she big brained us because it's way more than I was thinking about. Because,
but there may be 2 guys that could help it out.
You want to run the stream and, zoom from cameras?
Dude, yes.
Wait, actually.
I know more about Call of Duty than I know about Overwatch, which is crazy because we play Overwatch every single day and I'm good at Overwatch, but I used to compete in Call of Duty, so, I understand that more. So I think that would probably be easier to put on than Overwatch because more people would get into it. It's 4v4. You could technically run it on PS5, you know what I mean, apart from PCs, unless PCs are more easily accessible. But it's also something that you could pull from a university because they've got like the resources already for their teams.
Oh yeah, true.
It'd be way easier. Now, I like the idea of doing Smash because it definitely is more accessible for you specifically, like for setting it up, because it takes a lot less. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone has Switches.
That's true. Also, do they play on the same Switch?
What do you mean?
Like when you compete against someone, that sounds really dumb. Do you? So like.
Oh, well, like there's different stations.
Okay.
Right, like so you go to like you get a number from the TO, you go to your station, you do that. But if you're on stream, you're on like one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I was wondering. For Call of Duty, it was like sort of like very similar. There's just like a million like consoles, but like everyone's on their own, obviously. But I don't know. That's interesting, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone ever wanted to come to me and be like, listen, if you want a tournament to happen, they want to TO it, or if they want to explain to me how the camera and stuff like that works, then I could try and pull together a big tournament again.
Dang, that's really sick.
So if you have 10 PCs that you're willing to donate, we'll put an Overwatch tournament out there.
That's true. Hosted by the Easy Clap podcast.
That's right.
Oh my god, what a joke.
It wouldn't be though. It'd be
no,
serious.
It wouldn't be a joke. Okay, but before we leave, is there anything you'd like to talk about that we didn't cover containing the Royal Brawl that like maybe we missed in the questions? I know this is our first technical like in-person interview with someone like this, so like I definitely probably missed some important shit.
I don't know. I feel like I forget a lot of things too. It is all like the info is all online. It is $1,200
$1,200
for singles.
Bitch.
Also, for the beginner guppy bracket, it's $100 pot bonus, which I was gonna announce online. But so little Timmy,
you heard it here first.
Yeah, I hadn't announced the 100 or 1,200 thing
crazy.
yet, or like the guppy bracket one, but we definitely have people sponsoring it. All the people sponsoring this tournament are from San Antonio, like Otaku Cafe, Texas Gaming Empire. Like everybody is just pulling together and being like, San Antonio's doing something. Let's go. That's why I like the city, and that's why I love Texas, because everyone's like, yeah, we're gonna support y'all and come by.
That's true. I do like Texas too. Yeah. As much as I shit on San Antonio, Austin sucks worse than San Antonio. Like,
there goes our viewers.
The fighting words.
No, it's true. Austin sucks. Houston sucks. Dallas is cool.
Wow.
Maybe not for the people, but like the scenery, I guess. So that's pretty much it.
So, you said, we need more people to sponsor events like this, so these events get even bigger.
Yeah, that's
just
cool.
like we need people to sponsor this podcast. And speaking of sponsors,
okay, here it goes.
Code PubSportsRadio, get $24 off an all-in-one Manscaped.
Check it out. Manscaped.com.
Yeah, at Manscaped.com. You get the all-in-one package, though. You can shave everything.
You know what? I've got a challenge for Manscaped. Sponsor Royal Brawl, bitch.
Yeah, sponsor Royal Brawl. And speaking of sponsors, we do have the official gym of the Easy Clap podcast. Here's their shirt. This is 3 weeks in a row that I forgot this, so it will be there. Maybe we can get a graphic. Who knows? But local gym, San Antonio guys, San Antonio natives.
You said you haven't said the name of the gym.
Yeah, Mount Olympus Gym over in Stone Oak.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so go get your swole on.
Okay, so where can people find you if they want to find you? Maybe you don't have to release your personal information if you don't want to. Maybe you got a business that you want to plug, or plug everything. I don't care.
Yeah, so follow the Greater Gaming Society on everything. We pretty much have like a Twitter, Instagram, Twitch channel, which we're going to be streaming Royal Brawl on.
Sick.
You can follow me on Twitter if you want, Angelic Song X. I'm posting about this stuff or whatever the hell I want on that Twitter. And I don't know, if you wanted to see pics of whatever the hell I'm doing, it's on Instagram, Ansley Partosa. It's not Angelic Song X because back in the day you could sign up without an email, and then I don't have that account anymore.
And if you're interested in signing up for Royal Brawl, you can register at smash.gg/Royal Brawl. Also, we'll include all of this in the description of the video, so you can find our socials, their socials.
We'll tweet it out. It's
the Royal Brawl.
We're doing it big on the Easy Clap podcast. Did you say where you can find you?
Yeah, you can find me at Sean Thompson _10_ on Twitter.
Is after, guys.
Yeah. If you want my other Twitter, it's Talk Overwatch. I don't really post much there. Follow me on Twitch, because who knows? Maybe one of these days we'll do an in-person live Twitch while we're doing this. Who knows? Soapydishwaters with an S. Sorry, someone took my actual name.
Affiliated.
Yeah, affiliated. I don't know for how much longer, considering I don't stream too often, but maybe if y'all started showing up more often.
Wait, they take that away?
Yeah. They do take it away.
I have to go do some things.
More, she's like, yo, they don't take partners away. So.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not.
You have this free Twitch pillow, this free Twitch PC. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You can find me at Jonah_Christ on Twitter. I just retweet K-pop shit and anime shit. The podcast on TikTok at Easy Clap Podcast. Also on Spotify. I swear I'm gonna post this.
Swears.
The last 3 weeks.
How many times did it take them to post to TikTok? If you're a regular of the show, you know it took a few episodes.
Okay, I have slacked off on Spotify because the videos have been doing so well. But this video is gonna be a banger too, so like it might as well go on Spotify too.
And if you like what we're doing with guests and you want to be a guest on a show, let us know and let us know what you can bring to the table. I don't know if you're going to be able to top our first guest ever.
That's true.
With all the information she gave about Royal Brawl and how exciting that is and what they're doing. But hey, come on to the show.
That's pretty much it from us, guys. So we don't have an outro, by the way. So we just kind of
Oh,
you gotta put it up.
Wait.
All right.
Wait. Yes.
Peace.
All right. Cool. Where's the bang, Preston? Come on.
I can't breathe.
Pub Sports Radio. Come find us in Southtown 101. Subscribe on YouTube and all platforms where podcasts are found.